Life is both precious and also very cheap in Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay, an R-rated adventure that sees Task Force X on a mission to obtain a supernatural MacGuffin that offers something everybody wants. And for this cross-section of DC supervillainy, that's plenty reason to be even more cutthroat than usual. As this is an off-the-books mission for the squad, they are stripped of their usual resources and are reduced to driving across country in an RV in what amounts to a road trip comedy about a dysfunctional family of sorts. If this is a family, then think of Deadshot and Bronze Tiger as the bickering parents who have different ways of handling the group, which includes Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Killer Frost, and Copperhead. Deadshot is the grizzled pragmatist, while Bronze Tiger is ultimately a good guy with a violent past who believes in a higher order and divine justice.
I answer to a higher authority.
It's this exploration of faith and redemption that sets Hell to Pay apart from other DC animated fare and makes for a more intellectually engaging comic book flick than most. Hell to Pay is also distinguished by its dark, droll wit. Whether it's the cutting one-liners or the cheeky sight gags, Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay proves to be one of the more grimly amusing DC animated films. The voice cast helped deliver these much-needed laughs to lighten what is ultimately a rather heavy story. Christian Slater makes for an appropriately sardonic Deadshot, while Billy Brown imbues Bronze Tiger with gravitas and dignity. Leah McIntyre's Boomerang and Tara Strong's Harley get the lion's share of notable one-liners, although Hell to Pay still does little to convince one why Harley is needed on a team tasked with obtaining a supernatural item.
Who wants pizza?
Hands down, Greg Grunberg gets the movie's biggest scene-stealing role as Maxim Steel, a D-bag with ties to the mainstream DC comics that will hilariously surprise you. Less effective are Vanessa Williams, who never quite manages to make Amanda Waller command your attention the way she should, and Jim Perry as Vandal Savage, a raspy, vaguely foreign-sounding heavy who isn't terribly interesting or dynamic. Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay is populated with a slew of familiar DC characters in roles of varying degrees of significance. The movie could almost work as a standalone film if needed, as it had no problem killing off characters you'd suspect might be too notable to dispatch. These deaths certainly lend weight to the overall plot, as the prospect of a permanent demise, and what may await them on the other side, looms large over the entire story. The saying goes that everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die, and that holds true even for comic book characters. Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay is marked by its dark sense of humor and its willingness to explore the concept of salvation. Not everything about Hell to Pay works, but the film's sense of humor, willingness to kill characters, and exploration of a spiritual subject matter make it worth a look. For even more on DC animated movies, check out our reviews of Batman Ninja and Batman Gotham by Gaslight. And don't forget to like and subscribe to IGN on all your favorite platforms.